with modern EVs like the Hyundai Ioniq 5 that I have here, planning a route is relatively simple. You can simply get in the car and put in your destination, and it'll plan the charging stops for you. So you really don't have to think about it too much. You can just click. I'll give you an example. I'm going to say Pro Football Hall of Fame. I'm going to say plan out the route, and it'll plan it out for me, and it'll say what charging stops I need. You see all my charging stops are planned out, and then I can add a stop, and I can say add a stop, and I can search, and I'm going to put in National Baseball Hall of Fame, just for silly trip. So now I have a trip planned, and it's going to go plan it out, adding in, it's going to go to the Baseball Hall of Fame, and then the Football Hall of Fame. And it'll plan out that route for me, and it's automatically planned out the route, and there you go. So you see me going up and around 700 miles. It's recommended 673 miles, and it'll go to the Baseball Hall of Fame and then the Football Hall of Fame. So it's really simple as that. You can look at you can then click Start Guidance, and it'll just, off you go. Leave in my house, and it'll go. So that's pretty much it. It's super easy. It's not really as complicated as people might make it out. You just get in the car, use the route guidance, and off you go. That is the basic method you can use for trips. I'll go over some more advanced methods when you use apps like a Better Route Planner, where you might say, well, I'd like to go here, but I want to stay at this particular hotel or a hotel nearby. So there's more options, but this is the basic way you can do it. Hop in the car, plop in your destination, and off you go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Route planners like a Better Route Planner gives you some more options to do your route. So when I did the one from the Hyundai, it kind of gave me some options, but not really. I kind of just said, here's where I'm going, and it planned it out. It wasn't really very complicated route planning, which sometimes that's fine. But if you want some more route options, you can go to your plan settings, and you can say, okay, what do I want my arrival state of charge to be? It could be that you're arriving somewhere and you don't know how far you may drive before you come to another fast charger. Maybe there's not a charger available there. So maybe you might want to set that to something like 20%. Now, the charger arrival state of charge says, when do I want to arrive at a charger? What charge level? So some people like me, I don't like to cut it so close. So I don't want to get down to like 5% or 10%. So I usually set it to about 15%. Just because I don't like to cut it that close. You'd pay a little penalty in charge speed, but I rather pay that penalty and not stress out so much. And then maximum state of charge will tell you, I usually always set that to 80%, because once you go past 80%, it's no longer very efficient charging. So you can set those for your plan, and then when you go to your plan, all right, now I did my plan settings, so now I'm going to put in my destination, which is, I'm going to just say the Pro Football Hall of Fame again, and it's going to plan the route. And now in planning this route, it's taking into consideration my options. And also, Route Planner gives you a few different options. It gives you 3. See, that one's 1 hour, 9 hours and 31 minutes. It gives you another one that's 10 hours, and a third one that is an hour less. So it gives you a few options to choose from. And then once you choose your option, you just hit start driving, and it basically will drive you right there. You can use this for navigation, and you're good to go. The only note on this, using this for navigation, is what you're probably going to have to do is at some point in your navigation, when you start to get maybe 20 minutes or so out from the charging station, you want to put the charging station location in your onboard navigation so that it'll precondition the battery. You see that this says I'm going to get to a charging station that's a 350 watt charging station at 24%. So what I probably would want to do is when I got maybe 20 minutes out, 30 minutes out from that charging station, I would put it on my onboard nav so that it would precondition the battery. Preconditioning the battery will warm the battery up to roughly 70 degrees, and that is the optimal temperature for charging. So this is a better route planner. So this is one of the more advanced route planning options you have. It is an iPhone app, so right now I'm using Apple CarPlay, but it's also available Android. So if you have Apple CarPlay supported, you can easily use this app.